Hello my friends, it's Gabriel with the Last Huntsman Outdoors here, and today I'm going to be reviewing the Helikon Tex Guardian chest rig. So, as you guys may know, I've been on kind of a journey to find a really good chest rig for quite some time, and I've had a hard time finding one. And the reason for that is, one, they're either kind of cheap or they're really expensive, and even more so of an issue for me, and kind of describe my build a little bit. I'm right at 6 foot tall and about 145 pounds or so. So, I'm fairly tall and lean, and a lot of your chest rigs are just, I hate to say it this way, but they're made for tubby flubby type of guys. And so finding one that actually fits me pretty well has been kind of a challenge. And this Helikon Tex chest rig thus far has become my favorite chest rig. Now let's just kind of go through the chest rig and show what it has. All right, so here we're going to explain the Helikon Tex chest rig and why I really like it. One, obviously it fits me. Like I said, I've had a hard time finding one. Another thing I like about this is it has a lot of capacity for carrying mags. So it has 6 mags right up front, and then it has a couple speed reload slots. Actually even kind of has 4, but I have 2 pistol mag pouches and 2 more AR mag pouches. Now something else too is I'm pretty sure these mag pouches are big enough that you can use AK mags, but I don't have an AK anymore, so you guys might have to double check me on that. But just kind of guesstimating, it looks like it can hold AK mags if you want to. What this chest rig at least reminds me of is it's kind of roughly based off of a pattern 83 type of chest rig, exception for I feel like it's a lot more modernized and better. So it has the mag pouches up front, and then it has kind of 2 different sustainment pouches, and of course I mounted a dump pouch here. A lot of guys I've seen will mount a dump pouch right here. I don't personally care for that, because then you got like mags flapping around smacking you in the dick. I personally don't really care for that. So I kind of, when I was in the Marines, I used to have my dump pouch off to the side, so that's where I kind of keep it, is right off to the side there. Of course I could roll it up and get it out of the way if I want to. And yeah, I know it doesn't match the rest of the gear, but I don't really care. I have all kinds of mixed matched camos and colors and stuff on stuff anyways. Okay, so here's the Helikon Tex Guardian chest rig. I've taken it off just so you guys can kind of see some more angles on it. And of course, it has some Velcro back here, so you can unvelcro all this stuff. You could slide in your, documents and stuff like that. And of course, you could set this thing up 100 different ways. This is just personally how I have it set up. In this one, I kind of have an IFAK set up in there, tourniquet, all that good stuff ready to go. And then this pouch here, I have it for my radio. I don't always have my radio on me, and I'm gonna just straight up say right off the bat too, I'm not like a radio expert. I have guys that it's kind of in my close circles that are a lot more savvy on the radio stuff, and they even help me program mine just so I can kind of keep tabs with them and stuff. But And here I just keep stuff for the radio. I keep Write and Rain notebook, and I actually stuffed it down in there. I have a balaclava too, just in case if I need some facial type of camo. But this is how I have it set up, and as you can see, you could always throw more mags in these. And of course it has MOLLE all across the front. I don't put a bunch of stuff on here. I like a chest rig for a reason, is I like it kind of fairly slim and agile and light and handy. So you start mollying a bunch of stuff on there and it starts getting kind of awkward pretty quick. So here I have my Safe Life Defense concealable armor. Normally if I was actually going to be wearing this, I'd have it underneath my clothing and stuff, but I just wanted to show for demonstration purposes that this chest rig can easily fit on there. And of course you got your main strap that clips together. Slightly more awkward when you're wearing armor, but it can be done. And anymore, I also, with my plate carrier, I keep it slick now, because I'd have mag pouches and stuff set up on the plate carrier, but anymore I like this chest rig so much that I actually even just throw on the plate carrier and then use the chest rig on top of it, just because that gives me a lot of options, obviously for the armor aspect, but also if I want to ditch the armor for whatever reason and go with just the plate carrier, I can do that. So that's why I've started going with this way instead of having mag pouches and stuff on my plate carrier itself. Now it's actually made of a really nice Cordura fabric. This is definitely, and I'm not one of those guys that likes to poo-poo on guys that rocks out Condor gear. I think Condor has some decent stuff for the money, and you know, I've seen guys with a lot of training and a lot of use with Condor stuff and have decent luck with some of it. However, I do think that this is a little step above. It's not like super expensive. The price point on this is, from what I've seen, generally going about 120 to 150 bucks, which for something this high quality, I actually think is really nice. It has some internal pouches in here that you can store stuff. I wouldn't load this thing down too much, just because I feel like you can kind of get ridiculous with it. And I personally, like I said, I kind of like going a little on the light side. So I've hiked quite a bit of miles with this thing. I've been using it for quite a while. The comfort is, I actually like it quite a bit. Now I've always seen kind of a argument of like a chest rig or plate carrier and stuff like that. And I honestly will say, I think it depends on your situation, and especially if you have both, then that's kind of the best of both, just because you could always adapt things to your situation. Now for me and my type of area, and I'm dealing with, you know, I'm central Missouri, so rolling hills, open fields, thick woods, more rolling hills, open fields, and thick woods. So to me, I'm not looking at the like, I'm gonna be doing the Call of Duty wannabe CQB thing and probably end up dying anyways. I'm kind of more of the scout, scoot and shoot type of scenario. So for that role, I personally would almost go with just a chest rig and ditch the plate carrier and armor in general, just for the extra saved weight. Especially, and if you've ever been infantry and you've had to hike a lot of miles with a plate carrier, it really does wear on you after a while. There's a reason why guys that's been deployed multiple times. Just they have all kinds of broken body issues and stuff like that. Is, you know, you start wearing a plate carrier and all your gear and stuff like that, and it starts taking its toll. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap up the review of the Helikon Guardian chest rig. Now, I'm probably going to do a second part of this later, of more of like a longer term type of review. However, this is just kind of my initial impressions. I've had this thing for, I don't know, probably 6 months to a year, give or take. And honestly, I'm just going to go out on a limb here and say this is probably the best chest rig that I have found for the money. Now, you could spend just hundreds of dollars and jump down the rabbit hole and probably get something a lot better. But, you know, I've been using this. I've been training some with it and stuff, and I actually like it. It fits me great. It has a lot of adjustment on it. And so I'm just going to go out and say, for the money, I think the Helikon Tex Guardian chest rig is the best one that I can find for the money. And I also will say I apologize for all the wind noise and stuff. I live here in central Missouri, so we get some heavy winds, and I don't got the CIA funding me for a video studio and stuff like that, like a lot of guys do. So yeah, there's that. I'm just a guy out here in the woods with a phone and some Rudy Tooty Pewty stuff. So with all that being said, get out there, enjoy God's green earth, get training, be prepared both physically and spiritually. God bless, and carry on.